Previously on the winter tournament. Alright, hello everyone. Hello my brother. Hello Kijak. Hello Shepherd, Jazz Panda, Daniel, and Justin Casio. Lots of people already. Oh come on, it's 12 AM. Hey, you know how it is. Oh, there's Noir Mouse here. Nice to see you. This is the last match, yes it is. This is the very end, it's gonna be the grand finals. I think we're almost ready for the players to start. It is almost 5:30, which is the time that we decided on. Also in the background we have the Butcher's Boulevard Encore. So this was made by the same person that did the Butcher's Boulevard music. Definitely check them out. Oh no, the red eyes, droopy face. It's back. Oh, you have to tell me when your days off are, Noir Mouse. I don't know that. Alright, let me speak to Sergey. Okay, you are both free to start whenever you want. And good luck, of course, Sergey. Any day you decide in all those tournaments, obviously. Man, what are the odds? You need sleeping anyway, so true. I should be studying for math tests, but I want to see the finals. You can do both at the same time. You can like calculate the finale values. That's studying for math, right? So this is 2 best of 5s, and since Sergey came from the losers bracket, he actually has to win twice if he actually wants to beat Silak. Silak only has to win 1 of the 2 best of 5s. Already there is a pretty big advantage for Silak, but it has been done in the past. Alright, and here we go, we're starting. Let me take the music off for a second.
Not disappoint.
And here we go. Alright, so it looks like Silak is playing with the oppressive Vestal. He really likes this team, doesn't he? He likes to bring it quite a bit, but it does work. It does work for him. It has been working so far in the tournament. He's got into the grand finals. He took me out with it as well. So it's definitely a team that you should watch out for. While Sergey is playing what he calls, I think, Gloria Invicta. That's what he calls this team. It is the Grave Robber variation of the Flagellant Stress team. So it has kind of a difficult matchup against some damage teams because the stress output from the Grave Robber isn't super quick, but it gives you a lot of better matchups when you have to focus a singular character down or when you have riposte on the enemy side, because you can just drop that panic darts. So a very good play by Sergey to kind of just predict that Silak could play riposte team. So having a doggy here wouldn't be advisable, having an occultist here wouldn't be advisable either, because you'd have a shieldbreaker ready to drop puncture and make your life hell. So we do have the Grave Robber here. Sergey does get to go first and immediately goes for the Simon the Crusader. That is risky, that is most definitely risky. That means that a Holy Lance crit could be coming, but it is still not too bad because a Holy Lance means not a stunning blow, which is usually what you don't want to get hit with. But you know, if there's a Holy Lance crit, things could already turn very sour very quickly here for Sergey. So he does have Reclaim on this Flagellant, as well as the Gauntlet and the Crown of Thorns, so it's a pretty accurate Flagellant, but doesn't have the strongest offensive capabilities. But the Holy Lance only hits for 14, so not a terrible outcome for Sergi here. The Abomination is still mostly healthy, but he will most definitely get focused down here. Between the Pierce and the Duelist Advance that's about to be dropped, I do imagine that this Abomination will not survive for very long. The Flagellant probably wants to drop a Reclaim on him and try going from there. Only 14. Red-faced, droopy eyes. Starting soon. Oh crap, I am so silly. I should have turned that off. Oh wow, crit 19. He's almost down. He's almost down. Let me just remove that real quick. That was silly of me. So, what did we miss? Well, the Men-at-Arms went for a Bow to try to reduce Silex damage, and while the Bow did apply, the Wicked Slice still crit for 19 without the Vendetta, which is really freaking rough. It is rough because now with a Pierce or with a Puncture, it is very, very likely, borderline, you know, impossible not to stun the Abomination, not to bring the Abomination down to 0. Though since the Crusader was in the back, he was unable to actually stun the A-Bomb, so he gets to go for a self-heal here. So you kind of had a decision to make. Did you want to stun the Abomination or did you want to stun the Flagellant? Silek went for the stun of the Flagellant to prevent a Reclaim, but the Abomination turned out to just be able to self-heal by himself, but he's going to be dropped down to 0 now, and yeah, things are looking quite rough for Sergi here. What he could do is guard, but it doesn't really accomplish too much, because even after guarding, he will still have to deal with the Puncture, followed by the Vendetta Deathblow or even a Duelist Advanced Deathblow. Sergi using the J-Man tactics with Flashing Daggers. I saw him change out Toxin Trickery for Flashing Daggers last second. I'm not exactly sure what he was scared of, but maybe he was scared of some heavy bleed resistance, so he could do that to lower the debuff resistance, lower the bleed resistance from the Crusader and then punish him. He could be doing something like that if he was going to play against, I don't know what. But Silek just goes for the immediate Wicked Slice, goes for the 70% death blow, and it does go through that higher man with the finisher. We saw that finisher really not helping Sergi out a couple best of 3s ago, or best of 5s, but it is definitely working out for Silek now. Gets the immediate death blow over there, and now Sergi is already down one character. But for this one character, all your other characters are still perfectly fine. The Vestal is afflicted with an affliction I couldn't see, but yeah, overall it doesn't look like a terrible situation for Sergi here. Well, this might be about to change, because the Grave Robber is getting pulled here, and she might be stunned as well, which would be an absolute disaster. If this Grave Robber gets pulled and stunned all in the same move, means that she's going to stay in position too. She's gonna be very possible to focus down here. Also, hi Gonzo. I tried Silek Steam yesterday and missed 5 70% death blow checks. Red face droopy eyes emoji. Yeah, that probably can happen. Yeah, that can happen. Very sad that that did happen, but you know, such is the way with the Circus. Interesting that Sergi here actually goes for the belt first rather than to just drop a Shadow Fade. I feel like personally I would have dropped a Shadow Fade, because now you might get stunned here with the Grave Robber and she might have to go into a World of Hurt. There is one advantage here, which is the fact that she does have a decent amount of dodge, but this time she doesn't dodge. Watch the Crusader go Virtuous, go Courageous, that would just be terrible. That would be absolutely atrocious. By that point, I would say Sergi would have lost. The only way to kill him would be through Panic Dart spam, but you kind of need to kill all the other characters as well with the Panic Dart spam, and you wouldn't even be able to kill him through Stress. So here comes the Vendetta, it does hit and it does apply the debuff, so the Grave Robber is essentially out of dodge here, which is really not too good, and the Crusader and the Flagellant is going to go for the bleed on the Crusader, and it does actually apply, meaning that the Crusader is actually going to go down to 0 HP. It's going to take 4 rounds, it's going to take quite a while. That Crusader is already on the clock. Eventually he will go down because of that very, very clutch punish crit. So here comes the stunning blow, applies the stun, which is so unfortunate here. So unfortunate that the stun is actually applied onto this Grave Robber, because not only did she already get stunned once, she got stunned again, and this time the stun chance really wasn't that good. It was a 65, but what can you do? Those Vestal stuns are so annoying. You bet they are annoying. They're absolutely atrocious to deal with. Surprising that Silek is actually dropping an Adder's Kiss here on the Flagellant. Usually what you would do in this situation is maybe try to ignore the Flag, But you have to also consider that you have that wicked slice to just bring him down to 0, kind of like a discount leper. So if he does try to go for any sort of action and doesn't have any immediate defense, you can just drop a wicked slice, bring him right down to 0, and then even if you try guarding with the man arms, the puncture is just a big problem here. I'm very surprised the man arms actually goes guard this time. Personally, I would have dropped the bell there. But the reason he went for the guard is so the flash one doesn't get stunned. Because if you do get stunned, you won't have access to your heals, so you had to address that situation there. If you did not guard, there would just be a stun, and then if you tried guarding after it, it would just be a puncture into a wicked slice into potentially a death blow by the Crusader or anything of the likes. So you obviously did not want to do that. LEA 1 kill, stopping the second transformation is huge. Yeah, if the second transformation did go through, Sal could have a really rough time because all his characters would be passively eating that stress. But since that didn't happen, no way. The 5% stun resistance. Salak does have both stun trinkets, doesn't he? Sergi hasn't been looking over that Vestal, so I can't actually tell for sure. That is just crazy. That is actually wild. And the Crusader is going to go afflicted here. He goes masochistic. The 5% stun resistance on that Grave Robber. That could turn the match. That could most definitely turn the match right there. God damn. The stun resist is real. Yeah, the 5%, you thought it wouldn't happen, but it does. It does indeed happen. 99% sure Salak exclusively runs double stun Vestal. Yeah, you know, you want those stuns, right? You definitely want those stuns, so... Excuse me. Excuse me very much, I had to sneeze. My nose is still not in perfect shape, but here goes the Wicked Slice, and now what is Salak trying to focus down here? He's been thinking a lot, because that stun not applying is really gonna mess up his game plan. Is he still wanting to puncture this Flashlight now? If he does that, the Flashlight will drop down to 0, heal the other characters, and potentially go for an Exsanguinate? No, he's gonna go for the Pierce. 6 damage. The Shieldbreaker is kind of tickling here, mostly because of the battle debuffs. Battle debuffs have been destructive. When I don't hear Bianca, we might hear Bianca again. I'm finally back in Lisbon, so we might hear her. So if you don't know, I do reside in the greatest capital in the world, the greatest capital of Portugal, called Lisbon. And yeah, this is where the doggy is. No luck for Sergi in this game anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, after getting that 5%, he might not get any more luck, but we'll see what happens. So there was an affliction there on the Shieldbreaker. Once again, I missed the affliction, so I didn't see what she got. I think the Vessel went masochistic though. Okay, here goes stun number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Does he get it this time? Yeah, there is a double stun this time around. So the Graveyard was just gonna click here. Interesting decision making. I'm not sure if I would have done that, because now you no longer have to regen. Love your content, keep it up, Shep. Thank you very much, Katrina. Thank you, I appreciate your comment. Salak is high stress on his characters. Yeah, especially that Vestal. That bleed crit being applied on the Crusader earlier has really made the Salak's situation here quite difficult, because it took him quite a bit to actually bring that Abomination down, and the Grave Robber was still able to get a few Panic Darts on the Vestal, so the Vestal has just been suffering, and because of the punish on the Crusader, the damage has just been lingering, and it is all applied. But now there are 2 characters at death's door. Sergi decides to go for the... Yeah, there was a resist here, but come on, this time it was kind of likely to resist. It was only a 65 to get the stun. Yeah, only a 65. The Crusader doesn't have double stun trinkets, so even though Tiger Finger isn't banned, he is still going for the stunning plays. Yeah, Sergi here decides to actually heal instead of going for the punish, which does make sense. If you don't heal here, you probably get hit by a puncture into a Wicked Slice, which will just kill you. So, you know, that's really not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be risking it that much. Of course, if it was a punish crit with a kill, then it would be very good, but I still don't think that's smart. Yeah, I still don't think that would be too smart here. The nerf stuns, they need to be way riskier. I don't think we need to nerf stuns. They're already quite risky in some situations. As long as you bring the stun resistance trinkets, like if you fail 1 or 2 stuns, you can see this match was winning for Salak and now it isn't. All it took is one stun. Yeah, the Vestal is dead to the panic darts. She is. There's too much stress on those panic darts. Or is she? Yeah, she probably is. Yeah, she probably is. I'd make stun res last one more round. I thought you were gonna say I'd make the stuns last 2 rounds instead of 1 round, but yeah, there goes the kill. Gets the 25. Very unnecessary. Would have been the kill either way. If the stun res lasted for another round, that would be quite good. That would definitely be quite good. So here comes the Wicked Slice. Ouch. Crit 26. Is this the first crit that Sylark has gotten though? It's one of the first ones, isn't it? Yeah, it is one of the first ones. Vestal is pogging again. Yeah, she has the pog face when she dies, doesn't she? That's so cursed. But yeah, I feel like that's the first crit that Sylark has gotten this match, and that's very unfortunate because didn't he crit the A-bomb? I don't think he did. I don't think he crit the A-bomb on the second hit. I don't actually believe it was, but I can't remember too well. You might be right. I'm not sure. But the crits, there haven't been too many crits here, which is definitely rough. Surprisingly, not dropping a reclaim here onto the grave robber could have kept her alive, but decides not to do it anyway. I'll rewind. Okay, you can rewind. That's fine. They still got crit stun on the grave robber earlier. Yeah, but that's kind of unnecessary. That is somewhat unnecessary there. It doesn't really accomplish too much for you. Yeah, the grave robber is most likely dead here. There's still a redeem to come though, so you might see a redeem here. Surprised that he went for the 25 instead of going for the climb and now going for the 25. Or like after a bit, but I guess he just wants to drop the redeem here. Crit Wicked Slice on A-bomb for 90 in the first round. Ah, yeah, you're right, Gonzo. I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. It's surprising he did that much damage, even without the Vendetta buff and the Battle debuff. Surprising that at 19. Yeah, I guess that's why the Abomination died so quickly. Well, rip A-bomb. Wow, goes for the Exsanguinate there. What a play, what a risky play. Instead of healing the Grave Robber, instead of going for a punish, just drops the Exsanguinate there, heals himself up a little bit more, and causes a Selfish on the Highman and kills the Crusader with it. So now this is really difficult for Sylark to win. He might still take it, but he has to get a very quick kill onto this Grave Robber, and then he has to use those blights to... Oh, there's a crit. Yeah, that's a very quick kill on the Grave Robber, and then he has to use those blights to attrition that Man-at-Arms down. So this is a Man-at-Arms and a Flagellant versus 2 characters, but they are both at like 100 stress. They're not about to collapse, at least not yet. He went for the right play in my opinion. Remove the only healer. Yeah, if you remove the healers, things are gonna be a lot better than you. Death will resist on Crusader at time of death. He had suffered 1 Death Store check already, and he was about to suffer the next one, so it was a 40% chance to get the kill. Not too likely, not too unlikely. Definitely not a bad play to go for it. So surprisingly, the Adder's Kiss is actually dropped on the Flagellant instead of the Man-at-Arms. Kind of surprisingly. But now the Man-at-Arms is probably going to drop a Bell here instead of a Guard. What does he want to do? The more bells you put out, the less damage they will do, and also the more likely it is that you get them closer to heart attack. So that's what you want to do. Or you want to drop a command, because you want to hit the Exsanguinate on the Shieldbreaker. Interesting decision, in my opinion, but it does make sense. Shieldbreaker does have Serpent Soy plus $15 for an MAA counter with also the fact she'll die of stress. Yeah, she'll probably die of stress here. She goes for the Serpent Soy immediately, that is surprising. And now Sergi has to make a decision here. Does he want to go for the Exsanguinate, or does he want to go for the Redeem, or does he want to risk it for the Basket? Personally, I wouldn't risk it for the Basket. If you do that and get Deathblowed by the 45, or no, it's more than the 45. If you get Deathblowed by the 65, you just lose the match on the spot. So I personally wouldn't go for it, but he goes for the Exsanguinate. There we go. Goes for the Exsanguinate. Removes one of the Aegis blocks, and gets a lot of bleeding going on that Shieldbreaker. Also heals himself for 15, which probably isn't a lot, but oh, that is crucial. Crucial pass on the Highwayman right there. That is gonna make the difference. That is gonna make the difference. It really is, because now there could have just been a Wicked Slice there. Could have brought the Flagellant down to 0 immediately, but things are gonna look very rough now. Did have Sylark some bonded characters like Weebs or Minecraft skin? I don't think so. I don't think Sylark plays with any of those skins or anything of the likes. So the Highwayman moves forward here. All he has is Wicked Slice to use. He doesn't actually have the point blank shot. So he won't. He might not do 15 damage. He's gonna go for it. He gets the crit for 14. God damn, those vendettas. Imagine Fireman had passed earlier. Yeah, that would have been very helpful. If the Grave Robber was still alive, it would have been great. Another crit going onto that Shield Breaker. That is just massive. That is massive how many crits she's eaten already. And that's mostly because of the command buff. The command buff has really been helping out Sergi here, and I guess the Crown of Thorns really gives him that extra boost of accuracy that he needs to reliably hit the Shieldbreaker. If you had the Flagellant here with Spiked Bat or with Snuff, there's no way you could be going for this. So no Serpent Soy actually, no Serpent Soy being dropped. What Sergi could do here was just click Exsanguinate or click Punish and the Shieldbreaker would likely die, but if you do that then you know the Highman's probably gonna die. It's probably gonna kill you. So you have to be quite careful here. It's still a very difficult situation. He has plus 40 accuracy right now, that's a lot. That is a lot of plus accuracy. He also has minus healing skills. It would be really nice if we got another Highman pass. It would be so good if he just went greedy here. Wow, another crit with the... Oh my god. Another crit with the Flagellant here. Goes for his final Exsanguinate onto that Highwayman. Now the Highwayman is bleeding down to 0. With one Bellow, this Shieldbreaker will die. She hits herself at the store. Wow. This nasty. Hits herself at the store here, but does not take herself out, so she's still able to drop another's kiss. And now the Man-at-Arms is probably going to die to the Wicked Slice, but not before he drops one final Bellow, which will kill this Shieldbreaker, will debuff the Iron Man's damage, and potentially deal even more stress from the Shieldbreaker dying. No extra stress, sadly. But Iron Man is dropping down to 0 next round. Here's the problem though, if this Man-at-Arms dies now, there will be no Redeem. There's no more Redeem now. No more Redeem. This is very difficult for Sergi to win this. This is gonna be really freaking close. Yeah, this is really close. He has no more Exsanguinates left. He went for Exsanguinate instead of Redeem, so now he might die with one Redeem. All he needs is, I don't think one more Punish. I think he needs 2 more Punishes or a Punish crit to win through stress. It's close. Okay, moves back. He's probably still gonna do the Wicked Slice, or does he want to Duelist Advance? What does he want to do here? If he goes for Wicked Slice, he might get to death blow immediately, but if he goes for Duelist Advance, he might get to death blow to Riposte. Which one does he want to do? Yeah, yes, damage debuff. Good thing Flash has no health. True that. True that. It's not a 65, it's a 55 with the Wicked Slice. Does he go for it? He goes for the Wicked Slice, not the Duelist Advance. Doesn't get the kill. Come on, we need a crit punish right now. That's all we need. Sergi's like, why didn't you Duelist Advance, bro? And kills the Highwayman. 1-0 for Sergi. Oh my god, what an exciting match to start the grand finals. Damn, the 15 death blow. That is just wild. And that is 1-0 for Sergi here. What a wonderful start. GG's, big GG's on that. Now let's give Stylic his time to give some bans. Let's give Sergi his time to recover and recuperate a little bit from this one. J-Man asks, are you rooting for Sergi? And I'm rooting for Sergi a little bit. I like to root for the underdog. So yeah, I am rooting for Sergi today. Both of them took me out, you know. But since Sergi took me out later, and since he's the underdog, I will root for Sergi here. That was a really close one. So this is the grand finals. This is the grand finals. The first best of 5 out of potential 2. And it's 1-0. Sergi still needs to win twice. They both took you out too? Really, my brother? Is that true? Who took you out the first time? Was it Silac? Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was Silac that took you out first, and then you took, and then Sergi took you out. I mean, I did it a little differently. I took Sergi out, but then he took me out in the loser's bracket. So that was quite funny. Oh, I couldn't see the ban. Let me just ask Sergi real quick. Could you tell me what was banned, please? I missed it.
He banned Jester.
Alright, looks like there's no more Jester. No more Jester in this world. Banning Jester, huh? That's so funny because he didn't even play Jester. That is just hilarious, actually. Can you imagine Silac pulling out the Immortal Musketeer now because there's no Jester? That would be ridiculous. Silac took me out because you missed a 90% X-Sank because of snuff value. Yeah, that's snuff value right there. Or me staking each other out, very romantic. Jetter, my beloved. Where's Jetter? No more Jetter today. All you want to see is exciting matches. I don't care who wins. I do care who wins though, but I do want to see exciting matches as well. Someone here requested Blasted Keys. Wasn't that you, Shepard? Wasn't that you? Any idea for the next best worst moment? Well, not to spoil it, but it is already in the works, so... yeah, no more Jesters for anyone. No one gets to play the Jester. Oh, they're going straight into the match. Well, here we go. Wait, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, man. Look at this. No, no way. Look at this. They're literally rematching. This is just a rematch. Look at this. Sergi is still playing with this team, which I've learned is called Diogenes Heretics. That's the name of the team. It's one with Grave Robber. And Silac is just playing the Oppressive Vestal again. They're literally both just playing the same thing, but now Sergi starts off with a big crit on that Crusader. That's so funny. Sergi just thought of the Jester ban. Was like, yo, Jester kind of counters my team. let's just play it again. So yeah, and now Silac is playing with the Oppressed Vestal once more because I mean I don't know why he'd ban it. Oh, but there's the crit Holy Lance, crit into crit. That's not good. That is not good whatsoever. That Abomination is down now to one move. He might die round one. There is a very decent possibility that he dies round one. Yeah, the crit Slam is good, but the crit Holy Lance is better. He actually goes for the guard here to prevent the puncture from doing enough damage. I honestly think that's a wonderful move. Even though you think like, oh no, but the puncture just nullifies your move. It really doesn't, because the puncture won't do enough damage now. And you still get to go first, which means that you'll keep the Abomination alive. Now, one thing I don't agree with is that play. I think dropping a Reclaim here would be better than just having the Abomination de-transform self-heal, but at the same time he might be right. At the same time he might be right, because Appears probably won't do 13 damage. Because at this point Silac has to make a choice. Does he want to stun the Abomination, or does he want to stun the Flagellant? Both of them are healers, both of them can heal themselves, so he kind of has to stun one of them. It goes for Judgment! Judgment on the A-bomb! Judgment on the A-bomb! I missed that. Sergi missed that. Everyone missed that. I did not see Judgment on the Vestal. Look over your opponent's abilities. And now the A-bomb is just dead with a crit too. God damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a dead A-bomb right there. Very quickly dead. He could have survived. He could have survived. The Judgment actually probably winning the match for Silac right there. You saw it, BioCube. You saw it, did you? Nice, nice. Yeah, round one kill. Round one kill. Just no Fs given. That should be a win for Silac. Yeah, it's quite likely that this is going to be a win for Silac. Judgment better than Exsanguinate. So true. If you think about it, Flagellant and Vestal are a lot alike. They're both healers, so they both support their team. They both have an ability that hits a character and heals themselves at the same time. Like, they're a lot alike, except the Flagellant is the one getting hit, and the Vestal is the one, like, hitting them most of the time. The Vestal does not like getting hit whatsoever. So the Grave Robber is now gonna drop yet another Panic Darts onto the Vestal, just trying to take her out of the match. I see that Sergi is going for the exact same idea as he did the previous time around, but this time he's gonna have to deal with having an Abomination gone very, very quickly, and the Grave Robber might follow shortly after, and he still doesn't have a lot of pressure. He goes for a Reclaim here though, that's definitely gonna help out. The one thing that could happen is now that Silac gets worse afflictions. So last time he got like 2 Masochistics, which really didn't do anything. So this time he could, I mean, he did get Selfish on the Higher Man, that was pretty rough. But this time he might get like an Irrational Vestal, a abusive Crusader, things like that, which could really turn the tides of the match here. Okay, there goes a stun on the Grave Robber. Very valuable stun there, both removing her action and also since you have more actions than your opponent, that's quite brutal here for that Grave Robber. She's also the most important character on Sergi's team. She's the one with the gun. She's the one with the panic darts. 3 abusives, 1 fearful. I've seen that before, haven't I? I feel like I've seen that before. Or was it 3 fearfuls, 1 abusive? I've definitely seen that combination. I definitely have. It's quite funny. Okay, the man at arms, does he want to bellow? It's a rough situation here because you can't really guard with what Sergi has. He just has to try and tiptoe and keep his characters alive while doing stress because you can't really protect anything against what Sonic has here. There's just too many attacking actions. You cannot defend. The way you beat that team is by putting the squeeze on them and killing their characters, forcing them to heal. And when you do that, if you take out the character, then their offense becomes less significant. But until then, it is quite rough. They have the guard breaks, they have the stuns, they have all the goodies. And they have the riposte and also pretty big hits in the form of that Highman. It's certainly strange that Sergi Zamier has Insignia Frank with no melee abilities. It definitely is. He does have that. That could come in could come in clutch for Sonic, but not this match. Not this match. That's definitely a misplay, but it's honestly a misplay that's so rare that it often isn't considered. But now this looks like Sergi is going to lose this time because the Flagellant is already very likely to die here. There's going to be a Zealous Accusation. Does not get the kill. I was away. Did the Abomination get a second transform? No, the Abomination died very soon this match. He died round 1. He was only able to get 1 transformation off. Here comes the kill with a crit, and yeah, at this point it's over. It is quite sad, but the Grave Robber doesn't have dodge, and it is a very difficult match to win. And Sergi bans Knuckles. Every time that Sergi loses, he bans Knuckles. He did the same thing against me. He also banned those Knuckles. So we're not gonna have any more Tiger Finger. So if anyone doesn't know yet, for some bizarre reason, Tiger Finger is the brass knuckles. So it is the stun chance trinket, the 10 damage and 20% stun chance. So let's go ahead and get the music back up. Would be nice to listen to something else. You people asked for Blasted Heath, didn't you? Let me give you some Blasted Heath. There's a remix of it. I quite like the remix. But let's listen to the actual normal Blasted Heath. I do like the Blasted Heath a lot. No Tiger Finger. Black Reliquary music? I honestly don't like Black Reliquary music all that much. I very much like the gameplay and the aesthetic and the lore, but the music, it's not like memorable. It's not something that I think of and like, oh yeah, that's good. How many players ban Tiger Finger? Shep, yes. Always ban Tiger Finger. No Tiger Finger for anyone. There's no Tiger Finger in this world. We get DD2 Shroud Battle music next. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll do that one. Tigers not being able to use their fingers. Red eyes, droopy face. This emoji's just too good. Alright, and here we go. It's gonna be a very quick move on to the next match. So let's get straight into it. Alright, here we are. So it looks like Silac is gonna play. Oh, okay, I see. This is an interesting matchup. It's gonna be Hit Squad from Sergi against Silac's this kind of stress team that he plays every now and then. He plays it with the defense Antiquarian and the defense Houndmaster. He just tries to do DOT and win with it with the death blows. So it is a pretty decent team. Yeah, it's a DOT stress team against Sergi's Mark. So Sergi's finally playing Mark. It's not too usual. He sometimes plays damage teams, but usually plays kind of like these mixes. But he's definitely playing Mark now. Though this looks like it is the Dioji variation of the hit squad. Wow, look at that. Double Rain of Sorrows. A crit, yet no bleeds. That is very good. Chef Stress Antiquarian. No, it's not. It's not Chef Stress Antiquarian. The score. Oh crap, I should have updated the score. Why am I so silly sometimes? Thank you very much for reminding me though. It is 1-1. I did not want to believe that Salik won the match that quickly. So yeah, it is 1-1 at the moment. And the fisher is gonna fish, and he's gonna fish for a hook. Oh no, he isn't. He's actually going to mark the man-at-arms here. Interesting decision. I guess the man-at-arms will get focused down, and after that you do have a flagellant here to deal with those stressed DOT characters. So you could try doing that. One big problem here for the for Sergi is that the enemy flagellant has Ring of Sorrows, but at the same time that might be a good thing because that means there will be no regen from the flash, but there will be regen from the Antiquarian. But to deal with that regen, you have your own punish, which can definitely counter that regen, so that's probably what's going to happen here. This is going to be a stun. It's going to be a stun onto the flash. It does work. Tiger Finger's banned, so the stun chances aren't too great, but it does pull off. Yeah. You're rooting for Salak. I think I'm rooting for Sergi here. He's the underdog. If he loses this match, he's one match away from losing the tournament. But if he wins this match, he still has to win the next one and the whole new best of 5. But I believe in him. He's actually going to punish the doggy here. That is so interesting. Now the doggy will not have regen anymore. There isn't a piercing quarrel on this Arbos, which means that she actually does not get the one shot on this man-at-arms, which means that the man-at-arms does not have to click immediately. So would you look at that? Not an immediate click. MAA is stress-free with those buffs. Yeah, completely stress-free. He's never gonna get stressed out. A crit did like 2 stress to him. People on their way to call it Team Chef Stress because it deals stress. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. If it has a stress character, it's Chef Stress. If it has a doggy, it's Chef Stress. If it has a flash, it's Chef Stress. There's like hundreds and hundreds of variations of my team. That's so funny. Oh, goes for the stun on the doggy, but it doesn't come through. That's very sad. Very sad to see the stun not come through. Is there already 2 bouts of regen? I think there is. Why didn't you just pull the Antiquarian, and after pulling the Antiquarian you shoot her and you stun her? She doesn't even have a dodge trinket. I don't know how he didn't do that. Maybe he was scared that Houndmaster would just change the guard. But then maybe you could still punish the man-at-arms. I'm not entirely sure. I think he's not too focused on killing the Antiquarian here. He might be scared of her just dropping a take cover and completely nullifying your offense. Okay, funny guys versus silly guys. The funny guys versus the silly guys. Yeah, I guess it is. Both of them have flagellants, so I guess flagellant is funny and silly to the fake carpet cleaner. Not get back, she has take cover. Get back is the base game ability. In the circus we call it take cover. Okay, the bounty hunter is gonna go for the hook. He's gonna go for the hook on Houndmaster. It does come through. What could be the idea behind that? Is it to... He doesn't have the stun, by the way. He has the Hound's Rush. That's very odd. Usually when you see a dodge Houndmaster, they bring the stun. Because the reason behind it is that usually you're in the backline, and if there's a repulse, you're like, oh, I can't harry, so what do I do? Well, if I'm a dodge Houndmaster, I just dodge, but if I'm not a dodge Houndmaster, it feels kind of pointless, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Hound's Rush. That's usually what they do. So here comes a stun sniper shot onto that man-at-arms. He is down to 0, but it doesn't really matter too much. You can just go ahead and click, and after he clicks, you can shoot him again, unless the mark is gone, but I don't believe it is. But then you can caltrips, and with the caltrips you get the kill here, right? No, you don't. Do you know why? Because Sergi brought uppercut on the hit squad bounty hunter. Oh, goes for the Punisher on the Houndmaster, just never gonna hit that. Yeah, that's right, he brought uppercut. I'm pretty sure he brought uppercut and not caltrips, which in my mind is just, why? Why do you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? Like, if you have a position 1 bounty hunter, then yeah, sure, bring uppercut. But come on, it's a position 3 bounty hunter, don't do that. Tiger Finger is the brass knuckles, it's the brass knuckles trinket. Mostly because a Chinese player tried translating it, and it came up with Tiger Finger. And we just didn't know what it meant, and it turned out to be the brass knuckles, the stun trinket. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you didn't see. I'll see you, Echoes. Thank you for showing up with all the red-faced droopy eyes. So here comes the protect me onto that Handmaster. That puts the men at arms in the position to get shot, but I don't think, yeah, Sergi cannot capitalize on that because he also didn't go first. This is a really rough spot. Silex's defense is very difficult to break through. Definitely very difficult. Goes for a sniper shot here, the idea behind it being if you can get a crit right there, a Zealous could be a kill, but it does not work. Tiger Finger, the first thing goes Monkey's Paw. Yeah, I mean, you like a finger in the monkey's paw? Like, yeah, sure, like a paw, it has the finger pointing up on that trinket. So we thought it would be that, but it wasn't. It just wasn't. And it was so funny. Okay, here comes the Hound's Harry. Instead of doing another guard, that's gonna skip out on some dodge, but does get a crit for it. Gets a crit onto the flash one of all characters. Doesn't really mind too much. How the hell does that doggy have 82 dodge? Don't ask. Don't ask. I'm surprised that there's a stunning blow here and not a Zealous. I feel like a Zealous would have been a better move. But he goes for the stunning blow, goes for the 26% hit chance with that Crusader. Yeah, 26. Did he guard for 3 turns in a row with Bolster? He guarded twice in a row, and he has Bolster, and he has Protect Me. That's how he has so much dodge. Usually with Bolster and 2 guards, he would have 92. And, you know, with both the dodge trinkets, but he doesn't have that. He instead has the Bolster and Protect Me even. He goes for yet another 26, fails it once again. That's rough. That is very rough. Failing those 26s. I mean, it's likely to fail. The thing is, he wants to hit it. He desperately wants to hit it, because if he does hit it, he wins the match. Because if you were to hit it, the doggy has would be stunned, and he has enough bleed that he can't save himself through the region. And if you guard with the only other guard character, dies. And when you get a kill against his team, in this situation, the next one would probably follow shortly after, because Sarek is being very defensive here. Plus 15 prot, plus 10 dodge. No, it isn't. It's 20 prot, my good sir. 20 prot and 10 dodge. It's a bit more than 15. Interesting that Sergi here goes for the heal. He's playing defensively. Playing defensively will not help you in this situation, but he feels like there's no better move, I imagine. Obviously, 20. I don't use this skill almost ever. It's a pretty nice skill, honestly. It's not too bad. Put your Circus fans on their way to to what? To maim IRL tigers because they banned Tiger Finger. That's a bit much, man. That's a bit much. Okay, guards again. Oh, watch the punish. Watch the punish. Watch it be the kill. Oh, there's no bolster yet. Were there 2 protect me's? That's odd. Watch the punish. Oh, it misses. It misses. The 18 plus 15. That was a 33 hit chance right there. That had hit the Handmaster. Wouldn't die because there would be a guard, but he would be in a rough spot. Let me tell you that much. He definitely would be. Yeah. That's weird, the amount of dodge that he has. That's very weird. How does he have that amount of dodge? I don't know. I've gotten confused now. That's so interesting. The Man-at-Arms now decides to guard the Houndmaster. Just changing the guards around. Which is Circus fans when someone gets mauled by a dog. Hound's Rush is a bad ability, you should use Hound's Harry. You should use Hound's Harry. Wait, which one would be considered mauling by a dog? Would it be the Harry or the Rush? Because like a Harry I feel like would be just a dog like getting more than one person. I feel like a mauling is usually like one-on-one. So it would be a Hound's Rush? I don't know, don't bother questioning what I'm thinking of. It's just silly shepherd thoughts. Wow, look at that crit heal. Was that an 18 crit heal? Into the take cover. You could flare, but after a flare there will be no arbles to shoot, and all went for a 30% stun chance. Yeah, 30% really isn't enough right there. Really isn't enough. But here comes the Rain of Sorrows now with a crit too. Oh, that's both bleeds, both blights. No, this is rough. This is a very rough situation for Sergi. He can still take it, but he really has to find a kill, and he's not finding it. It makes sense. because it's very difficult to find a kill here, but he's actually gonna drop the recoil on the Arballs to keep her alive. No stun, no stun bleeding eyes. That's the wrong emoji, man. You have to say no stun. And you have to use this emoji. When someone dodges a flare. Shep when someone dodges his flare. Yeah, that's definitely my face. Okay, there was a Harry there, I think. I think that's what I saw. If there was a Harry, that means the doggy has lost some dodge, but it doesn't really matter because he's not the one guarding anymore. If only he had Caltrips. Caltrips definitely would have helped him earlier. It would have gotten him a kill shot on that Man-at-Arms a bit earlier. But, you know, he doesn't have Caltrips, he has Uppercut instead. Maybe Uppercut will do something. Oh, crit repulse for 12. Ouch. Something impossible has happened. Now stun is a lie and dodge is a fact. I have no idea how this is possible, but this is kind of what happens when you bring the regular hit squad, is that you have not a lot of accuracy, and you also don't have the best stun chances. So if you go against dodge and stun resistance, yeah, it's gonna be rough, most definitely. So it goes for yet another pull on that Man-at-Arms, putting him to position 2 now, but it's just like Sergi's juggling Silex characters around. They're back to their original position now. Yeah, they are literally back to their original position, and they have regen. Of course, one of them is marked, and they're not having the greatest of times. But at the same time, Sergi's backline is just getting absolutely mauled here. Someone was talking about mauling. He is getting mauled there on his Bounty Hunter and his Arballs. They're both dropping down to 0 here, I imagine. Unless the Flagellant wants to do some healing shenanigans. Knife against ball. Well, what's the knife against? Knife against ball. Yeah, the bleeding face is just a ball. What's the Circus fans when they don't heal themselves after exsanguinating someone and they get arrested instead? They felt that Flagellant was OP. Watch them get out of jail and do it again now that they think they have the Gauntlet of Absolution. I don't know what I'm saying. Interesting that he goes for the sniper shot there without dropping a punish first, because now the regen will regen for enough. Could have dropped the punish first to prevent that from happening, but he didn't. Is he going to guard here? He is. Where's my Caltrips? Well, Caltrips would do 0 damage here against 70 prot, obviously. But, yo, here comes the stun. Does it hit? It does hit. Is there a stun? It does stun! Okay, the Man-at-Arms might be going down here. The Man-at-Arms might legitimately be going down here. He has a lot of protection, though, I'm not sure. Scroll up, you saw that about Highlander passing. What did I not see? Hireman with knife repulsed, shot from Musketeer. Hireman with knife repulsed, shot from yeah. Yeah. How do you repulse someone with a knife? How do you repulse someone that shoots you with a knife? Like, it doesn't make much sense. But you know, it's just circus mechanics. Not even circus mechanics with Darkest Dungeon. He goes for retribution here, surprisingly. I felt like he was either going to guard again to give himself more protection, or he was going to bellow to reduce the damage dealt. But he decides to go for that retribution, which actually ends up helping Sergi out here. I imagine that was a massive misplay right there, going for that retribution, helping Sergi heal his other characters for a total of 18 by dropping the Exsanguinate, putting himself down to 0, and now the Man-at-Arms will die here to the 100% kill shot. So definitely not the brightest Silac moments right there, I don't imagine. Equip another one. You throw the knife, equip another one. Flagelant's unique mechanics are fair and balanced. Yeah, they are. Oh, what affliction did the Arballs get? Did she go abusive? I feel like I saw an abusive there. That's really good. It's okay. Abusive is okay here. It's not really good because the -5 accuracy could be very bad. I know, you should ask Brits why. They definitely know how to repulse with a knife. Yeah, they do. The Brits do know. They're on a different level. Here comes the Festering Vapors, putting that Bounty Hunter to death's door and Afflicted, but using the finisher character to do it, so kind of an interesting idea. Paranoid, yeah, that's not too good. The Bounty Hunter goes abusive though. Abusive Bounty Hunter and Paranoid Wife. Yeah, not too fancy. Well, decides to go for a stun here onto that Flagellant. 65% chance of getting the stun. Does get it, and the Flagellant is now at least not going to be able to act for this moment. Jeez, Shep, get it right! Oh, come on, I'm looking at chat sometimes. I look at chat and so I miss it. Don't blame me for it. Okay, goes for the pull on the Houndmaster. It fails though, it fails the pull. I feel like you could have pulled the Antiquarian, shot her and punished her. But, you know, the chance that it actually hit is not too likely, so I think that the Arbals probably wants to heal someone before her entire team dies. That's probably what should happen here. Yeah, this is definitely a rough situation for Sergio here, because one of his characters could die very, very soon. And that'll be quite terrible. Miss. All goes for... Whoa! Okay. Okay, someone clip that. Someone clip that. Double crit heal redeem. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Punch trees Minecraft. So true. Yeah, double crit heal. Each of them a 12% chance. Sergi out here with the 1.2%. How does that happen? How does that happen is my question to you, dear Anon. Yeah, I don't know. Wow, Bounty Hunter doing 4 damage with the pull, by the way. That's the abusive value. Zalek right now, red face, droopy eyes. So true. Butcher Circus fans, when they get arrested for point blank blasting someone's face, they thought they would have been knocked to death or instead of dying. Oh, that's too good. Man, someone pinned these ones. These are amazing jokes. God damn. I gotta save this. I love this. I'm just dying here. Okay. Even with that double crit heal. Oh, there's another one. Another crit heal. Oh my god. The Ringmaster wants Sergi to win here. Yeah, she really does, doesn't she? It's going very well, but at the same time, where's your offense? Where is your offense? I'm not sure if I see it here. He keeps going for that poor little doggy. The doggy just keeps dodging. The doggy just keeps freaking dodging. Oh, but there's a punish hit. It actually hits this time around. A Crown of Thorns value right there. And is the doggy bleeding down to 0? I'm not sure how much regen he actually has on him. It might be 3, it might be 6, but I actually believe it's 3 and the doggy will go down to 0. Of course, Bounty Hunter went abusive, so the chance of him actually hitting to finish him are quite terrible, to say the least, but you never know, it could happen. It could definitely happen here. Oh, that backline though. That backline is suffering. 3 regen versus 6 bleed. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. The doggy just doesn't care, he's just fighting there with his doggy. Yeah, he is, he really is. Oh, goes for the stun. It actually hits this time, gets the 26, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, honestly, you might consider that lucky, but with all the freaking 20s and 30s that Sergi went for, he's finally getting 1 or 2. And it's actually quite cool to see here. The Houndmaster tries to guard someone, the person says no. The doggy's like, what the hell, man, let me guard you. That doggy is gone. Nah, he might be alive. He might be alive. The dodge team's an hit. What's gonna happen here? Is there gonna be a reclaim? Maybe a reclaim into... Oh, reclaim on the Arbalist. Maybe that keeps her alive even against the DOT that she has. And then she heals the... Oh, is there going to be a protect me to give him more dodge? Or is there going to be a fastering? No, it's going to be a fastering. I was imagining a protect me to actually give that... doggy more dodge. Now, if this heals for 7, it would be really rough. But no, it heals for 10. So the Bounty Hunter does not drop to Death Star right there. If it healed for 7, he would still be at Death Star, which means that he would likely miss to finish him. Abusive, can't do terrible act-outs. 39 to hit! 39! 39 to hit and actually takes it. You gotta be kidding me. Salix Flagellant will win endgame. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Both of them have a Flagellant. I mean, sure that Sergi's backline is literally dying in like 1 turn, but the Crusader will essentially just perma-stun the Antiquarian, and the Flagellants can just duke it out in their 1v1s. Oh, he's gonna go for the other redeem. He's gonna go for the redeem. He's gonna keep his team alive. He's gonna keep the team alive. He's gonna do it. Incoming heart attack. Yeah, they're incoming, alright. They're incoming. Sergi's entire stock of luck has run out, I guess. Yeah, so true. So true. He goes for the redeem on the Arbalist, and wow, there's another crit heal. How many do you need? How many crit heals do you need to win a match? Oh my god. Here comes the fetching vapors. Is there crits? No crits. Misses the Crusader, by the way. Oh, is the Bounty Hunter alive? You know what could happen here? There could be a pull. No! Oh, he tries to heal. Is it enough? It's enough, just barely enough to stay alive, but he's still dead to a Reign of Sorrows here, but I don't feel like that should have been the priority. I feel like it should have been a pull into a stun, into a shot, into something that could kill this Antiquarian here, and then the Flagellant could definitely go for a 1v2. So now instead of having the Bounty Hunter healed, he could just be going for a shot here, and the Antiquarian would have to click, but then she would die very shortly after. But we might still see her die here. We might still see her die. Depends on what happens. Salak's best play here is definitely to move forward with the Flagellant. If he moves forward with the Flagellant, Sergi does not have the reach to actually kill the Antiquarian this round, which is definitely quite rough. What he could do, yeah, it's rough here. It's rough here for Sergi. But he might have to pull again, do something of the likes. It would have been really good if the Antiquarian had been dropped to 0, because then she would have to click right now, and she would stay in position 2, she would go right back down to 0, and she would just die here. But here comes the stun. Does it work? It does work. Oh, that's amazing. The stun does work. Now the Antiquarian clicks, the mark is still there. The Argos is gonna shoot, she's paranoid, isn't she? No act out. Oh, but the paranoid. The paranoid keeps that Antiquarian alive. That's actually insane. The come hither does 5 damage though. The 5 damage come hither also comes with a crit that could save the Bounty Hunter. That stress heal could save the Bounty Hunter here. Now there's definitely going to be a punish for the 25 death blow. The 25 death blow. This is unreal. Sergi is going to steal this match from Silak. Just absolutely stolen. Damn. God damn, now there's gonna be... Now it's just borderline impossible for Silak to win anymore. Even though he has all 3 Exsanguinates. Because he still has to deal with a Flagellant with, I believe, 2 Exsanguinates. And the Crusader supporting him. And the Arbalist and the Bounty Hunter, which are still both very much alive. They're not alive and well, let's be honest. They're definitely not alive and well, but they're alive, which is what matters here. So what's gonna happen? Is there gonna be a reclaim on someone? There's going to be a reclaim on the Arbalist there just to keep her alive for a bit, and I guess the Crusader is going to heal the Bounty Hunter here with a crit! Another crit! That pull is not a disrespect, by the way. That's to make sure that the Flagellant can't drop a Reign of Sorrows. Without him dropping a Reign of Sorrows, he will not get the kill here. So he has to move forward right now to actually do anything, to actually get into action. You couldn't stun the Flagellant there, so the only way to remove his action was to pull the corpse from behind him. So very expertly played from Sergi right there. Moves forward into position 1 so he doesn't get shot up by the Arbalist, but now here comes another stun. Does it work? It works again. He has gotten every single 65% stun onto this Flagellant. The RNG is unbelievable. Here comes the finish. Misses. Now he's missing. Now he's missing. Can you believe it? That's just unreal. And he's gonna go for the punish here. The Flagellant is stunned, dropping down to 0. And yeah, this doesn't look too good. This is where the fun begins. You say, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Heals the Flash here, mostly because Abusive could go for a death blow or something of the likes if things went horribly wrong. But now Silak's Flagellant is at this door. There are 3 attacking actions, and one of them is an Abusive, so unless Abusive misses, this is just going to be over. So here comes the punish, after that probably the stun, and then the Bounty Hunter with the finish him, and it is going to be all over. Or the Bounty Hunter can just drop the finish him already with the finisher accuracy. It is a confirmed kill. Goodbye to Silak's Flash, and Sergi takes match number 2 with a pinch of RNG on his side. So big GG's, and it is 2-1. 2-1 for Sergi here. I wonder what will be banned. Now let me get the music up and running again. We were listening to the Blasted Heath. Let's see what gets banned here. Flagellant ban, Kalashnikov stress. Yeah, there was a meme made on that. Alright, Rat, have a good night. Might be too late for you. Oh, Nixon is going to class? No, he's going to good night. I hope you enjoyed the matches already. You might want to watch the VODs. Oh, gonna have class in 6 hours, eh? Have a good rest then. Have a good rest. Thank you very much. I don't get to see some of the tournament. This is the only event for which I will sneak peeks while at work. Really now? Well, make sure you don't get caught though. But we have had very exciting matches so far. Hopefully there's some more to make it worth for your mischievousness. If that's a word, not entirely sure. Oh, it's very early for you. Oh, for Nixon, okay, okay. Would playing stressed LED be unviable? I don't know, why don't you answer me that? Would making a team that's already very, very good and completely turning it around to make it a joke be unviable? Well, it wouldn't be completely unviable, but it would be unadvisable. Oh crap, no, there's ads! No! I cannot believe it. How unlucky. Ads in the middle of my music video. How dare you, YouTube? How dare you? Playing Blasted Heath without telling me? Hello Lux, how are you doing? Oh, Sonic is thinking for the bands. It's actually kind of unsettling how long Sonic thinks. It definitely threw me off yesterday. We should speed the doors. That means the cleaners. What are you on about? I got back to Darkest One while watching this. Hey, good job. Oh wait, it was an ad in Portuguese, was it? Yeah, I get it now. You listened to the bit of the ad. It was an ad about cleaners. Wow, can you imagine that? I was actually vacuum cleaning my room earlier today. Oh, what was banned? BH, Bounty Hunter ban. Interesting. No more traditional mark teams now with the Bounty Hunter ban. Let's see if Sergi can win this. He only needs to win one of the following 2 matches to make it to the second best of 5, where you can be on equal footing. Except you're not really on equal footing, you actually have the motivational advantage. It's kind of crazy how it works, but if you are the winner, if you are in the winner's bracket in this best of 5, you come in with a sort of arrogant confidence that you can't shake off, and you end up losing the first best of 5. Even if you're thinking like, no, I have to win this one, I have to win this one, it's always in the back of your mind that, oh, I still have another one, right, I can lose this. It's always there, even if you try fighting it as much as possible, you have that. The other person just has to try and fight the hopelessness. That's what they need to do, but once they actually get to the second best of 5, all the hopelessness is gone, all they have is focus. Which is really freaking cool. You know, I've been in the situation, so... I've been in the situation where Silek is now. Yeah. I also won 1 match, and then I lost 5 in a row. So I know the exact situation he's in. But yeah, it's still neck and neck here for both players. But I'm definitely rooting for Sergi. Someone wants me to play Dark Mitochondria. Well, in the next break I will play Dark Mitochondria then. I do very much like it as well. No, I prefer Blasted Heath. Blasted Heath is better. I like the most All Things Must Come. All Things Must Come is really good as well. I prefer that over Dark Mitochondria as well, but I haven't heard it in a while. Shep has a new occupation, Circus DJ. I'd have to do remixes and stuff. There's people that actually do that, like remix for these songs. They're all very good. At least the ones I've listened to. And I'm like, make more, and they're like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. Then they don't, and I'm like, no, I call remixes. All Things Must what? Headface, trippy eyes. Final Combat will be very thematic though, if it does come to that. Final Combat is also a wonderful one. No BH, what would you do if there's no Bounty Hunter, no Jester, and no Tigerfinger? Because this is literally just Halo getting neutered. Yeah, you'd have to play Halo, but without a Man-at-Arms. I mean, no, you threw me off with the Man-at-Arms there. You'd have to play Halo with without the double stun trinket on the Crusader, without the Jester, and without the Man-at-Arms, and that is very odd. I just wanted to say that mixing coffee and 0% Mandarin beer. Mandarin beer. I'll be back in a few minutes. I don't think you should mix anything other than sugar with coffee, but that's just my take. Oh, we're going into it. We're going into the match. Okay, here we go. Alright. Let me just turn the music off for a second there. And here we go. Make sure that this game's sound. And wow, Silek is just playing the exact same thing, while Sergi is now playing the team he was bringing right at the start. He's bringing Dioge's Heretics. He calls it, I can't remember what he calls it. He has like a bunch of weird Latin names. But he is bringing it, and this is an interesting matchup. He gets to go first, goes for the immediate pile. Oh, he brought the spiked chain, and he got the crit immediately. You know what this means, chat? Do you know what this means? This means that now, after he drops a command buff, that backline cannot be aggressive. They can't be aggressive because they're just going to be absolutely wrecked. Why is it called Dioge's Heretics? So it's basically a Chef's Stress variant. We decided to change up the names a little bit. All the Chef's Stress names was a little bit pretentious, so now we're giving Silek the Occultist, and we're giving Dioge the Grave Robber. They thought that having too many, they were kind of butthurt over all the Chef's Stress teams, and they were like, come on, I want one too, man. And you know, I just gave it to him because I didn't really make the teams, I just made the doggy one. The other names were just to make it a little bit simpler on me. So that's why Doggy has Hounds Rush. Yeah, that's why he has Hounds Rush. So they have to deal with the riposte now. But whoa, really flashing daggers. Interesting decision. So Sergi highlights the Rancid Cure-All for me, thank you very much. But the Rancid Cure-All does actually remove some of your the debuff chances as well. Soap Keith Malt. Soap Keith Malt. Midline melting team. I guess it is the midline melting team here, but I disagree with it. I don't feel like you should be dropping flashing daggers in this situation. Because, yeah, Rejuvenating Vapors is going to pretty much counter all of it. I feel like the DOT is very nice, but I feel like doing stress here could have been better. Was there a command buff? Yes, there was, but there's still a miss on that dog. He just has too much accuracy. Why didn't he drop another command buff first? Not entirely sure. There are still two Chef's Stress, one with Antiquarian, one with the Houndmaster. Yes, I still have two of them. Isn't Panic Dart still guaranteed though? Yep, it is. It is. I'm not sure why he's dropping flashing daggers. I don't feel like it is the smartest move. If I were Sergi here, I would just try to exhaust the enemy Flagellant with punishes. I would go for Panic Darts onto the Man-at-Arms, which means that the Man-at-Arms would die eventually, and I would spam command buffs like no tomorrow. Chef Stress 4 isn't called that anymore. No, now it's Silex Stress. Yeah, it is the Silex Stress now. But you can call it Chef Stress 4 if you want, you know. It's just Silek will be mad at you. Okay, here comes the Rejuvenating Vapors. hurting away at that some of that DOT. And this is an interesting matchup because here comes more flashing daggers. Keeps going for those. I'm not sure if they're gonna work. Not sure if they're gonna work, but the idea for Sergi here must be to punish that Man at Arms. Here comes another Rain of Sorrows. Of course, you can still Rain of Sorrows here, but actually hitting the Grave Robber quite a bit. That's a bit fortunate, but I suppose there is a command buff, so it does make sense. Goes for the punish now. 42 bleed res on there. Doesn't get the bleed. Yeah, quite unfortunate here. That's why I'd be focusing the flash on down. I don't know why he's going for flashing daggers. I don't know, it won't hurt me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. What's he gonna do? Stun me IRL? You don't live that far away. You don't live that far away. You're both in Europe. He's the Frenchman. This is the Polish man versus the Frenchman right now. Sergi's throwing. Let's not be so hasty. Let's not be so hasty. The flashing daggers here could be going for some sort of play that I am not yet seeing how good it will actually be. Oh, he's deciding to transform and go for the slam. Does the 15? That's the number you need. That is the magic number right there to bring that Man at Arms down to 0. But the only reach he has now to the Man at Arms that he's in the back is with is with panic darts. His baguette isn't long enough to reach me. Sergi's Polish. Ah, goodbye. Yeah, he is. Sergi is Polish. Sergi's Polish and Salk is French. So it's the Polish-French rivalry here. Not sure how those two countries are with each other, but you know. Like flashing daggers is only really viable with gesture bleeds, but what do I know? Yeah, it's usually how I'd play it if I did play flashing daggers. Either that or just to use Shadow Flame and then deal a lot of damage. Because it only has a minus 20% damage mod for an ability that hits 2 characters. So it's kinda like Zealous in terms of how much power it has. A bit stronger as well. So you can definitely make that work. Goes for the guard there onto the Abomination. He's taken a lot of DOT already. That Silex flash one with that Rain of Sorrows is really strong. Yeah, this is really strong. It's kind of really hurting Sergi's side here. He has Numb Against, and so he's probably still gonna get Blade and Blighted here. Yeah, especially with the crit, he's gonna get Blade and Blighted. It's doing a lot of DOT. He doesn't actually have Toxin Trickery to get that. To get that flashing daggers, he had to sacrifice Toxin Trickery, so now he's forced to do a reclaim there onto the Grave Robber, which isn't ideal. It definitely isn't ideal, but he still has a death blow potential on that Man at Arms. If he just gets a kill on the Man at Arms here, it manages to stabilize the position, things will be very good overall, I imagine. Is there not going to be a regen here? No, it's just going to be Festering Vapors, just going full on with the aggression. Gets a crit on the Grave Robber? Where's the 39 dodge? Where's the 39 dodge? Is it just gone? I don't know. He goes for Panic Darts on the Man at Arms, gets him to the funny number in terms of stress, but it does not get the kill, so the Man at Arms is probably just going to drop command buffs before he dies, and he's going to try doing it as much as possible here. Flashing is good, but this is very much a stress team, and I think that Toxin Trickery would be so much better. Yeah, I think so too, genuinely. I think that Toxin Trickery here would have definitely been handy, and I also, because after those Man at Arms command buffs are gone, you're basically never going to hit the Grave Robber between Bolster and Toxin Trickery. And also, this is a stress team, so you kind of want to stress your opponents out, so that's what I would do. Here comes the Bolster though, it's going to give those characters a decent amount of dodge, just going to cut away at those command buffs that have been being dropped. And it's going to give the Grave Robber some dodge to try and stay alive against Silex characters, but keep in mind that anti-query that Silex has right there does have the finisher, so that could always happen. The Grave Robber named Can't Touch This. You can very much touch her though, with all the command buffs. Yeah, 2 command buffs equals crits. The Abomination wants to de-transform, but he's already going down to this door. The Grave Robber de-transforms, she's going to go for Panic Darts. Doesn't get the death blow yet. It is going to get the Affliction, but no death blow. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, failing both the 25 and the 40. Man at Arms goes Fearful. Shouldn't matter too much unless he passes. Oh, the dodge could matter though. The Panic Darts could genuinely miss. They could genuinely miss. That is a possibility. Oh, here comes the Festering Vapors for the 50-50. Yeah, that's the death blow now on the Grave Robber, and I don't see Sergi winning this anymore. The problem with the team that he has is that it's more of a stress, anti-stress team to some extent. It's kind of a weird one. It also has like the slow, steady and controlled approach with the Panic Darts, but you really can't go slow and steady sometimes. And yeah, even against the damage teams, we've seen already that it didn't really have a fantastic matchup against the Oppressive Vassal. it got countered pretty hard by that when the Holy Lance actually landed with a crit. So the team is feeling quite sad at the moment, to say the very least. So here comes the Houndsary that is going to get the Abomination Afflicted. He's taking a lot of DOT. Sergi doesn't want to surrender here, but if you look at Sonic's side, the Man-at-Arms is actually safe in position 4. There's no way for you to kill him. He's just gonna chill there and he's gonna drop command bus, and all the other characters are still in very good shape overall. So it looks almost hopeless for Sergi here. The only way he could turn this around is if he starts resisting some of these bleeds. But oh boy. Oh boy, Oppressive Vestal better than Immortal team. Well, if Oppressive Vestal has a shield breaker, so that's rough for the Immortal team, obviously. It means you can kill someone. If you get one kill, the Immortal team loses on the spot, so that's why bringing Man-at-Arms, you bring a Stress Bounty Hunter, and the team turns into Rat Stress. Hey, Stress Bounty Hunter is not that bad. I think it's actually undefeated in tournaments so far. Mostly because it was played like 3 times. But I think Stress VH is undefeated in the tournaments. And this was ages ago though, it was like in 2021 or something, so I can't tell you too well. So here comes the punish. Yeah, that's hurting the Abomination, alright. Could this Flash one try to counter it? I don't think the reclaim will be enough. He's not even gonna try though, he's gonna go for the punish there. Gets a max roll on it against that Houndmaster. 13 damage, jeez. That's the Crown of Thorns value right there. Hey, I'm being serious. You are? You are being serious? Yeah, sure you are, sure you are. Ages ago, again. How else am I supposed to say it? Ages? I have to say ages. Ages? Ages. Oh, I see the difference. Ages. Ages. Okay, now that's screw it. That's enough. That's enough ages for me. That is that is enough for me. You threw me off already. Here comes the Hound's Rush. It only deals 5 damage though. That doggy has honestly taken a bit of damage, but it's nothing compared to what the big doggy has taken. Shep is bullying me. No, I'm the one getting bullied. I thought it's Aegis. Aegis? What, you think it's like Greek or something? Nah, it's Aegis. It's gotta be Aegis. Aegis blocks. I don't know, I think Shuffle says Aegis blocks. That's why I say it. Okay, now the Abomination is doing some decision making. I mean, there's an antiquarian with finisher on that side, so you probably want to stay out of that store. It's a Aegis. Aegis? Aegis? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Aegis? Nah, shut up. There's no way. There's no way it's Aegis. No, it's not. Yeah, see, it isn't. It isn't. Yeah, it is not. It is not. Chillbreakers from the Far East. No way it's Aegis. I very much doubt it. Look it up, nerds. Red-faced Rupee Eyes. You know, putting red-faced Rupee Eyes doesn't immediately mean it's right. Doesn't immediately mean you win the argument. J-Man has your back. Okay, I'm starting to doubt. I'm starting to doubt. It is, I just listened and I hate myself. Nah, it's not. It's not. I do indeed agree with Gonzo. What is this revolution of the Aegis? Oh, I'm not gonna say it like that. I'm not gonna say it like that. You'll never hear me say it like that. Aegis is Zeus' shield with Medusa on it. Hey, I played Hades. I should know that. Isn't it? But do they say Aegis? Or do they say Aegis? I don't know. They might say Aegis. I did say, what do you think, you are Greek or something? Never saying it like that. I will never say Jiff. Yeah, so here comes the surrender. Ban Paw! Ban Paw! He bans Paw. Really? No monkey's paw. Wow, that is surprising. Well, there is gonna be no paw then. Silex says ha ha ha. Silex says ha ha ha. Unironically, he said ha 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 in the chat. I saw it. Yeah, he bans Paw. What a giga chat. This is the first Paw ban ever. Not sure if this is what you should be banning, but let's just say that Sergi might be more comfortable not having to deal with those paws, because Sonic does like his paws. He uses it quite a bit. Ha ha ha. A dodge gaming gone to 0. No more dodge gaming. Yeah, it's funny. I was like, nah. You know what? I'm done with this dodge gaming. No more of this. Okay, honestly, I would play Dark Mitochondria, but since this might be the final combat, I should play the final combat music. Let's be honest here, right? I should play it. Hopefully it isn't the final combat, but in case it is, we gotta make it thematic. It's ramping up. I love the start. No tiger fingers, no monkey's paws, animal right activists. No one banned Crusader. Yeah, but you banned Brass Knuckles, so he's pretty much banned. Yeah. Play the Shroud. Too late. Good luck, Sergi. Man, ban monkeys fall into an 80 pro team. Ban monkeys fall into not having a single accuracy buff, not even in trinkets. Behold the heart of the world, progenitor of life, father and mother, alpha and omega, our creator and our destroyer. Put on the torchless version. There's a torchless version of this? I didn't know that. Maybe plan to not bring MAA if you're a monkey paw man? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, there shouldn't be a lot of dodge now. You know, with no monkey spawn, it gets kind of difficult. Spoiler guy. True. I haven't even played to the end of the game. Am I a good ancestor? Probably not. Ban monkeys focus, the opponent is critting too easy. Critting the opponent is too easy, yeah. They give themselves too much crit received. Ship narrator in Darkest Dungeon 3. Dude, it's gonna take like decades for Darkest Dungeon 3. You can wait. Animal rights activist seeing a Butcher Circus fan rip out a monkey's paw, then begin to dodge every single bullet they shoot at him. Oh man. Ban monkey's paw, bring leper. Oh, I hope we see that. I hope we see that. We haven't seen leper being played in ages. Yeah. I want to see that. Behold the heart of the world, progenitor of the ancestors, father and mother, created and bullied, our creator, getting destroyed. Behold the heart of the circus, regenerator of life, flight and riposte, 12-point stress heal. 12-point stress heal. I'm confused. Ancestor character win. For DD2? Oh, can you imagine? Oh, what would he do? Wait, is the ancestor still alive? I don't know, I feel like I'm about to get taught on DD lore. I'm kind of clueless when it comes to it. No PD Hellion. Come on guys, play PD Hellion! He still is, he's still alive, really. What's he doing? Is he just chilling? The ancestor yeeted himself at the end of DD1 intro. Oh, yeah. I mean, but he's kind of still alive though, isn't he? He survived that door check. He's part of the heart, huh? There's the academic. Yeah, the academic. He's there for sure. I have never read a single note in DD1, and I don't know the lore. Isn't the notes not like lore, but kind of like stories? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think note is actually the lore. Hello, I'm back. Hi, nice to see you again, back. Yeah, he still whispers to the players. How about Black Reliquary? You know what, if you tell me a good Black Reliquary song, I'll put it on. Because I'm not actually sure which ones are the best. I don't like PvE because, I mean, Black Reliquary PvE is pretty cool. Base game PvE is reasonably good. I don't like it as much as other people. Like, you know, oh, I've already played through the entire game. Let me just make a new Hamlet. You know, I definitely don't like that. But I feel like Black Reliquary, and when the PvE is still fresh, it's honestly pretty fun. I like it. But I'm not gonna play the game like already knowing everything again. Unless I really like it. Something like Dark Souls or something. Except when he has to win more than a single fight to successfully complete the mission. Yeah, and I much prefer PvP to PvE. Unless it's something like Minecraft. You know, that's why it's PvE, because that's like just make your own fun. And you can kind of do that in Darkest Dungeon, which is pretty cool. That's why I like the base game. You can pretty much just make your own fun. Because, you know, you might finish the Hamlet, but then you're just chilling around and doing BS like 4 grave robbers, which I used to do quite a bit. How many hours do you have in PvP versus PvE? Oh god. It's like 4/5 of my hours are PvP in Butcher's Circus. Yeah, in Darkest Dungeon, yeah. You have 281 hours in Darkest Dungeon, still didn't finish the game. I have 1,200 and still didn't finish the game. Wait, did you hear Bianca? Did you actually hear her? I missed it. I was too focused on the chat. I'll scratch her under the neck, I will. Trinkets in the Circus are better and more fun than base game DD1 trinkets. I don't know all of them. You can get Circus trinkets for a base game though. That's pretty fun. I played around with that. Oh yeah, there is Bianca interference. There is. It's stalling is highly encouraged. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. You can just mess with mods and kind of like change that though if you want. Just kind of what I did. I just made myself super OP. I gave myself like 3 trinkets. After a while, of course. First I played the game as it should be. And just died a lot. And then I gave myself 3 trinkets and no negatives on the trinkets, and I was like, yeah, this is gaming time. And what I could do is I wouldn't actually have to play very well. I would just have to bring all the characters and then play those characters well. I would do stuff like 4 Men at Arms. I would play like Crusader Frontlines, just have fun. Even though I would be getting hit like left, right, and center, and I wasn't, you know, stalling for like 1.5 rounds at the end of the fight, so there's no reinforcement. Yeah, I actually did 4 Crusaders. It was really cool. Bro thinks we believe he has played the base game. I did, Lux. I'm not trying to fool you. Okay, fine. I'm joking. I've never played base game. I played base game. I brought 4 Hound Masters, and I just went Hound Harry the entire way, and I beat the final boss. Are you happy now? Hounds Bianca equals plus 50 stress on the enemies. One thing I didn't like about base game is how you can't stress your opponents out. Like after playing the Circus, I'm like, huh, where's my stress moves? Do I just have to kill them good old fashioned way? And then like, wait, why does DOT kill me? It sucks. It's mostly why if you ever see me play a PvE game mode that's sort of Darkest Dungeon-ish, it's probably gonna be Eractus. You can stress your opponent out, like the enemy characters out, and it's really fun. Sergi just asked Silek, what the bro cooking so long? Oh, that's hilarious. What the bro cooking so long? Yeah, Silek is taking ages to build a team. He's taking like 10 minutes. He does not want to lose this. Oh yeah, use anti-grind mods. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let him cook. What is the bro cooking? Let him cook. In order to stress out skeletons in ruins, you need to apply bleed to them. Aha, but you can apply bleed to them. I saw a video on it. Fun fact, it's 8 PM for Frenchmen. Perfect time for cooking. True that. Which is Circus realizing that A-bomb's actually pretty bad in the base game. Yeah, I didn't even play A-bomb in the base game. I must have used him like once. And then I saw how he was in the base game compared to the Butcher Circus, and I was like, wait, why can't I manacles in position 1? What is this? I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm stressing my allies out? Oh, Sonic is like, I can't decide between two teams. He's gotta play, man. He's gotta play. Speedrunners use A-bomb? Would speedrunning... One thing I don't get about speedrunning Darkest Dungeon is that since it's week-based, would it be a speed run, or would it be a week-like speed run? Because if you play really quickly, like, you could take a lot of weeks, sure, but you can do them very quickly. But if you play very slowly, you could take like even less amount of weeks, but the speedrun could take way more hours. That makes sense. So it could be a slow run? A slow run. Rank 1 human A-bomb Dewey cosmetic in base game. You just call it a week run? Yeah, a week run. Probably real lifetime. That's weird though for a game that's like week based. For a game that's like week based. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask Sonic to decide because it's been like 10 minutes. Okay, tell Sonic to decide now. Tell him it's been like 10 minutes. Tell him Shepard is telling him to get ready.
I did. He said that he can decide between two teams, and I even told him twice to hurry up because I'm bored, but he doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, tell him Shepard told him to hurry up. Hurry up, Silak. Don't let him cook. Don't let him cook. Silak intentionally stalling forever to make his opponent rage quit. Tell him to hurry or we ban Vestal. Oh, don't do that. He would just die. Imagine speedrunning a D20 roll. You got to the Darkest Dungeon, get your whole party, get great at every move, and then die on the first police check. He's the Mario defense. Cooking time is over, time to serve the dish. True. Dude's cooking a whole 4-course meal for a party of 20. Man, he's thinking. Okay, tell him if he doesn't press ready by the time the clock hits 19 or like 20:05, he will have to pass one time the first round. So he has about 2 minutes. So yeah, if the clock hits, okay, he's press ready. Alright, he's press ready. And here we go into the match. Wait. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, then let's do it. Let's do it. I had to be a little bit aggressive there just to get him to play. Like, it's been 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. No, not one turn. He'd have to pass, like, one action. But here we go. Looks like it's gonna be Stress Team versus Stress Team. And Sergi is playing... What is this? This is Chef Stress number 5. So we're still back with the Chef Stresses. It's the Arbalest one, with the Crusaders in position 1. Crusaders in position 1 for both players. How interesting. Hello YouTube, today I'll show you this awesome figure-looking good recipe for provisions. This recipe is super easy. What you'll need is glittering gold. 80 per batch, yeah. Prot team on Salak. Oh, it's a prot team. But Sergi's playing Stress. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that is most definitely a prot Zader. He has the Pit Fighter's Helm and the heal. So I saw Salak play that against me. It worked very well. But it's because I was playing a damage team. So this will definitely be a bit rougher. So the Abomination will now most likely go for the Pile, just to blight that Man-at-Arms out and also do some decent blights to the Flagellant. What does the Flagellant have? Oh, Flagellant has the anti-stress setup. He has Gauntlet of Absolution and Numbing Incense. That is very interesting. No pull on the Arbalest. I believe the Arbalest has Snuff. And so the pull chance wouldn't be too likely. So he just thought, you know, Abyssal Artillery is way more stress. So he should probably do the Abyssal Artillery here. Oh, he's gonna punish the Flagellant. He's gonna try to exhaust the Flagellant, which is what he needs to do. With the Numbing Incense, it is pretty much impossible to stress out the Flagellant, unless all the stress moves you have is like Panic Darts. My dude can't even transfer without screwing the Flagellant. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, like, it is weird to play the team like this, but it is how it is. Oh, he's just gonna shoot the Flagellant right now. Is he dropping down to 0 immediately? He is! He has to heal already. That is very premature. That is a very premature heal. Dude doesn't even have an accuracy buff. He might miss it. He might genuinely miss the Exsanguinate here, but there's no miss. There's no miss. He's gonna heal himself for 24, but that's already one Exsanguinate down. That is rough. Think about it, items and British Circus have done well. Yes, they have. And, oh my god! Here comes the Sniper Shot, crit 28. That is a massive crit Sniper Shot right there. Flagellant right back down to 0. Is he gonna try guarding? Is he gonna try healing? Who is he gonna try healing with? What's gonna happen? There's a Zealous if you try healing with the Crusader. Yeah, this is a rough spot that he's in. If he tries healing with the Man-at-Arms, you just Bile or Slam. Either work. Oh hey Annie, nice to see you. This is rough. Stress Queen, who's the Queen? Stress Queen. Stress Queen is the Arbalest here. By critting your opponent. So here comes the heal. Oh, that's an 8 heal. That's actually a lot. That is a pretty big heal. That might come in clutch here. 6 to 9, 7 to 12. Has to go for the... Oh! Has to go for the Zealous. Rolls for 7 though. Doesn't roll for enough. Oh, that is bad. That is actually quite bad. It means the Flagellant is probably going to stay alive now. So that does it. Yeah, that does it. That means the Flagellant's going to stay alive for a bit longer. Like, it's still a very good spot for Sergi. But it's not as good as it was before. Like, it's kind of a squandered opportunity to just win the match on the spot. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially with the plus healing on that Occultist. I'm not sure what abilities the Occultist has, but there might be plus healing on there. Decides to go for a guard here. I don't think slamming is the best idea at this point. I don't believe that to be the best idea, but I do also believe that Man-at-Arms has Rancid, so the Flagellant does not have any good targets at the moment. Which is definitely not ideal here if you're Sergi. So what should the Flagellant do? What is he do? He's gonna go for a punish on the Crusader. Does he get the bleed? No, at 30. He could have piled immediately to bring the Flash down to 0, but I guess he's just not doing it immediately. He's just gonna wait a bit. Now there's gonna be a pull on the Arbalest. It's a 40. Oh, it's a 60. With the crit, it's a 60, but she resists actually. She actually resists. 30% on flash if Borg is clicked yet. No, no, it's 40. It's 40. It still does enough damage though. You need to keep in mind that Civ Omniscient has the spike chain, so he does a decent amount of damage. He doesn't have any damage debuffs on him. So the Flagellant is now at 0. He has to go for another heal or else he might die to a 20. He's gonna go for the Exsanguinate. Another Exsanguinate onto Sergi's Flagellant. Maybe going for the wrong target here. Maybe going for the wrong target. A Transform Slam here would be deadly. Because it does have a damage buff, so it could actually do enough damage. Didn't heal anyone by going on death's door. What did I miss? he had gone to that store already by the start of round 2. He got hit by a crit sniper shot, so that's when he healed them. You can only do that once. So goes for... Wow! Goes for the stun on the man-at-arms and actually lands it. That's brutal that the stun actually lands right there. I think that was a 30. I think that was a 30 and he actually goes for it. Sergi the Mad Lad. Going for the 30% stun chance. I believe it was. I believe he has Numbing Instance and Rancid Cure-All on that Man-at-Arms. So yeah, he gets stunned right there, even with the 90 stun resistance. No more action for him. And now you know what's coming. It's going to be a sniper shot into the more defensive moves. Of course, the Crusader can still heal, and the Occultist might still be able to heal, but there's going to be more pressure going onto the Flagellant. Yet another crit onto that poor little Flash. He's getting abused over here. He's already down 2 Exsanguinates, and someone else has to heal him now. Should he not suffer a Death Door check. Tiger Finger Ban. Yeah, Tiger Finger Ban. So true. Sergi plays the Crusader with the Rite of Execution anyway, though, so it doesn't really impact too much in this at this situation. Yeah, not too much. Oh wait, this is the Sergi squad. I just realized. Yeah, this is the Sergi squad. I thought it was Chef's Dress number 5, but no, it is the Sergi squad. My bad. The Chef's Dress numbers are going to have a Men-at-Arms, not a Crusader. So he goes for heal. Now he only heals for 6. So a punish could definitely do enough damage here. Maybe even a stun from the Abomination. That was an idea. But no, it goes for the... he actually healed for 7, my bad. He actually healed for 7, does not do enough damage. I feel like stunning there with the Abomination would have been a fine play. But because it probably would have dealt enough damage, I imagine, with the crit that he had gotten. But does not go for it. Could have probably gotten the stun as well. Yeah, I always write the team names. Yes, I know, Shepard. Thank you very much for that. So here comes another pull. Does it work? Nope. Snuff value. The snuff value. Not sure if you should stun here. The chance is very, very unlikely. So if you wanted to stun, it was probably the time before, but the Flagellant's still going down to 0. I feel like a Beast Smile there would have definitely been superior. But he went for the stun. You know, if you had gotten it, it would have definitely been lovely. But here goes the final Exsanguinate. You might want to heal that. You might want to heal that Flash, but at the same time, you might just want to go aggressive here with, I don't know, another stun, a Zealous. If they try to heal the Crusader, you sniper shot them. You just go aggressive. You kill that Flagellant, and you just get the match rolling. So goes for the stun there with the Crusader. Doesn't get it. Goes for the stun instead of the Zealous, which is a little bit surprising. I feel like the Zealous to do stress with the enemy Crusader would have been a little bit superior, but if he had gotten the crit there, he could pretty much ensure that he would get a kill sometime this round. So that does make sense here. Yeah, that does make sense. 1 HP again. Oh my, red face, droopy eyes. Exactly what I was thinking. Goes for the Stitch and Embrace. What an interesting idea. I guess he doesn't have weirder construction, so he actually has to go for the Stitch and Embrace if he wants to do something about it. It's okay though. It is relatively okay. The problem here is that, yeah, he should keep that Flagellant alive. It's very difficult to keep him to actually kill this Flagellant here, because there's still a guard that you'd have to deal with the slam, and there's still the what do you call it? There's still the Crusader heal, so you'd have to flare, you'd have to do a lot of things here if you actually want to kill that Flagellant. But it goes for the V-Smile, the Flagellant gets put down to 0 immediately, but it doesn't really matter too much. And yeah, the Bile is applied to the other characters, so there's that. There is that going for Sergi too. He's already taken... The biggest problem on Sergi's team right now is the fact that the Arbos has already eaten like 3 bouts of horror, so she's probably going to be going afflicted soon, which could be quite terrible if she goes paranoid or fearful or irrational or something like that. If she goes abusive, it might as well be a buff. So yeah, she took 28 stress right there. She has to go for the flare if she wants to keep it being aggressive. It will clear Battle debuff and the days, though the days doesn't matter anymore. It would clear 1 battle debuff, and it would clear the stealth on the opponent's side, but do you want to go for it? Yes, you do. That is going to force an immediate heal out of the Crusader, just to keep the Flagellant alive. But the problem with that is that the Flagellant will still drop down to 0 HP, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But how much bleeding is on Sergi's Flag is the question. Just how much bleeding does he have right there? Yeah, this is the final match. This is potentially the final match of the tournament, but it is definitely the final match of this best of 5. So This could be this is definitely a very important one. This is the most important match of the tournament already. Yeah, this is the match that could finish the tournament, could very well finish it. Decides to go for the Zealous, risks the 20%. You know what, I've won a tournament against Salik like this. He risked that 20% and he got immediately punished for it. Does the same happen for Sergi? He's gonna go for that 20%. Oh, he does not get it. He does not get the 20%, so the Flagellant actually stays alive here. That is very rough. Shouldn't the MEA have guarded now? Maybe bring the Flagellant to position 1. It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say though. Maybe guarding would have been the best play. Maybe guarding would have been the best play there. Probably what I would have done, because it's very unlikely that he gets stunned, and to break the guard you'd have to slam, but if you slam you're out of position. So it would have been cool. If Sergi wins, game over. Sonic, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. If Sonic wins, game over. If Sergi wins, game on. So here comes, wow, wow, Reclaim. Really, go for the best skill shot. The best skill shot is the Zealous or the stun, goes for it and takes it. Takes it. Double crit heal, but now he has a character up. Why? I don't get it. Even if he had minus 100 healing skills, he could still heal for 6, keep him alive for a little bit. But no, that is going to cost him the match, exactly. There's going to be Vessel Artillery there, a little bit of a hit by the repulse. I mean, it's still a rough spot that... it's still a rough spot that Sergi is in here, because that occultist is just absolutely balling. But it's still rough, yeah. Okay, here comes another V-Spell, hopefully applying the blight. Yes, it does apply. The corpse is going away very, very soon, so there's going to be biles applying onto that occultist as well. So I think this is definitely in Sergi's advantage. The only other problem I have is that his Flagellant has taken a lot of bleed, but I'm hoping to see him clear that with the Arbalest, unless she has a pass or something ridiculous. Please clear it. No, don't shoot. Clear. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness, because there was like 20 bleed on that Flans right there, and if you just let yourself heal again and again at this store, you're gonna very quickly lose that big advantage you have. So here comes the Zealous accusation, double 10. That definitely hurts quite a bit, but oh, it activates the crit and the extra damage from the flash. So you might be going for a big punish here, but there's no crit on it and no bleed either. So the Crusader is still gonna be chilling for a little bit. Yeah, and that Arbalest, she's just taking a lot of damage. But a regen will really help you out. You have to drop the regen here at some point. With that Flagellant, so she cannot say no to the regen, and even though she has a heart attack, you can just click, she regens, and she sort of stays alive because of it. So you might definitely want to make use of it. I think at this point it's probably going to be a stun onto that Crusader, just to remove his action, going for action positive actions here would be very good. Would be very, very good, yeah. But no, decides to click the Abomination instead, wastes a little bit of honor, but goes irrational. But there's no act out, so he gets to just go for the immediate V-Spile. Doesn't that occultist actually have the Bloodstained Gambeson? I think that occultist has a weird trinket, like a very weird trinket right there. I know he has a Fleshbound Grimoire, but I think he has a very weird secondary trinket. Like, just the Bloodstained Gambeson to give himself, like, a lot of HP. But it's still not a lot, though. It might be a bit, but it's still not gonna save him for too long. I guess with the Flagellant it will definitely help out. Yeah, Sergi has a flash for the endgame. Keep in mind he's already used 2 Exsanguinates, though, so it's not the strongest Flagellant in the world. Is there gonna be a pull on the Abomination here? That's definitely an idea. Oh, the Torch. No, it's a Weakening Curse. The connection isn't looking too good. I sense some funnies happening. Oh, does stress, but it's not enough to actually kill that Arbalest there. I'd say this is 100% a stun turn. It's going to be a stun turn and a regen. No, not a regen turn. The Arbalest is going to heal herself. I'd say this is a stun turn for sure. Get rid of the Crusader action. Sure, you can Zealous, but you're dealing 0 damage. Get rid of the Crusader action and just try to win from there. But I don't know, that's just me. Sergi has gotten further than I have this tournament. And he's doing just about as well against Sonic as I did. It was 2-2, but then I lost the final match. Oh, she moves forward, goes for the double ball and misses both of them, which is just hilarious. 91 accuracy, she stays alive though, but maybe not for long. And here comes the Zealous. There could be a virtue. There could genuinely be a virtue here. Oh, come on, Crusader. Is there a virtue? No, I doubt it. It's at 100 stress. Yeah, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. There's no virtue. There's no virtue in this world. Oh, this is close. He has to heal the Arbals if he wants to keep her alive. Even then, the Visceral Artillery might kill her. I think it is Bloodstained Gambeson. Yeah, I think it is Bloodstained Gambeson. What's the Crusader gonna do? I think he wants to keep the Arbals alive. No, he's gonna go for the stun now. I mean, the enemy Crusader isn't gonna be able to act for a very long time. Is there gonna be a redeem here to save the Arbalist? That's an idea. That's definitely an idea to try and do that. The good thing here for Sergi is that Salik doesn't have any big sort of healing after the Flagellant is gone. He has Stygian Embrace. Oh, goes for the punish. Oh, it actually works. Damn. Goes for the punish and actually gets the bleed on there. Yeah, Salik doesn't have any sort of big bleeds or like big heals apart from the healing on the from the Crusader, though he's not gonna be able to do that for a while, and apart from the Stygian Embrace. Goes for a Bellow here. Is it enough stress? Yes, it is. It's 184, so that Arbals is indeed gone. Is there extra stress? I think there was extra stress on the Flagellant, but I'm not entirely sure. Irrational doesn't do an act out. It's a crit on it. That's really good here. Really good with that crit. Would be very nice if the corpse was gone, but of course you can't pull the corpse here because the corpse just disappears. So that's helpful. That crit there is really gonna help out because Salik doesn't have any big healing once again. He's really gonna suffer with all the DOT and all the damage. Like every single point of damage that Sergi inflicts now is gonna be very good. Yeah, where's your Rancid Cure all now, man? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's not working, is it? No, it ain't working. Not for the while, at least. What's gonna happen right now? It's gonna be a weakening curse on the Flagellant. Oh, with a crit! Oh, that could matter. Yeah, he's almost afflicted now. The Flagellant is almost afflicted. That could definitely matter here. That could be really rough. He's gonna heal. Gets a crit heal on it. Oh, double crit heal! Here comes Sergi again with the crit heals. That's wild. He is back with all the crit healing. And the Flagellant is now out of death's door. Easily out of death's door, and goes for another punish. Does 8 damage, does not apply the bleed this time, but 8 damage is still a lot. Yeah, unless Salik resists every bleed blight, it's probably over. I wouldn't say probably, but yeah, it's definitely in Sergi's advantage now. That Abomination is still not stressed out enough. The Salik's characters are definitely going down here with all the crazy piles. But that Zealous changes things. That means that the Crusader is a big step closer to dying, and the Flagellant is now going afflicted. So Salik might have this, as my brother is saying. The Irrational does a bit of stress, not the end of the world here. It is Bloodstained Gambeson Occultist. That is wild. Bloodstained Gambeson Occultist. That is actually so funny. Yeah, you agree with J-Man. No Spiked Bat. Curse of the Spiked Bat. Every game it's Curse of the Spiked Bat. I'm a bit surprised by the lack of Beast Spile. I feel like a Beast Spile there was the move that Sergio was going to go for, but I guess not. The Occultist is still going to Death Star in 2 rounds, so it does make sense. It does make sense to do that. Flash oofs himself at Death Star. You guys underestimate RNG. Yes, you do. You can never really predict a match here. Oh. He goes for the act out Insanguinate. I think that's what Sergi wanted to do, though. I think that's genuinely what Sergi wanted to do, and now there's a Zealous here for a potential kill. Let's see if it works, though. Let's see if the Zealous here does get the kill. Could go for the stun on the Crusader first. He's gonna go for the stun on the Crusader. Yeah, because the Zealous here would be quite nasty. So he's gonna go for that. I feel like a Zealous there would have been better just to potentially remove the Man-at-Arms action. So could have removed the Man-at-Arms action, and then if it did get removed, sure, you'd get Zealous back, but it wouldn't deal enough stress, and then you could go for the stun. It's still rough. It's still rough. Rapturous is a buff. It is. Rapturous is indeed a buff, but that's all the Exsanguinates gone for Sergi, though. Let's keep that in mind. No more Exsanguinates here. Okay, here comes the Bellow. This is definitely a Zealous turn. There's no world where you don't Zealous. And after that, if the Occultist goes for his action, it's gonna be a Bile turn. No, don't go for the Bile yet. No! Oh, Self-Mark, my favorite irrational act out. Why are you going for the stun? You don't have to. You can Bile. He's gonna die anyway. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. Why didn't he Bile? Why didn't he Bile? He doesn't have to repulse now. Oh, my heart. I'm not even the one playing, but I'm getting so stressed out. He goes for the Weakening Curse here. That's a heart attack to Crusader. Is there Redeem available? I think there is, but I'm not sure if he wants to do it. Why does he go for a stun? He's stunned already! Go for Zealous! Oh no, it was because of the hit chance. It was because of the hit chance. Yeah, it was because of the hit chance. He's not being silly. Goes for an act out, only 8 bleed. Oh, the Man-at-Arms lives! Oh god. This could be terrible. This could be terrible now. Okay, what's gonna happen? Probably a Zealous for a kill. Yeah, probably a Zealous for a kill here. Oh no. Oh no, it's gonna be the Occultist. What's he gonna do? He's going Weakening Curse on the A-Bomb. Huh. Oh, this is a Zealous turn. This is a Zealous turn, Sergi. Go for the kill, get the kill. Extra stress. Oh, yeah, he wants to get the kill with the stun, so it actually lands. That makes sense. Okay, the Crusader is now dead, but here's the problem that Salak has now, is the fact that there's a stun coming in the form of the Manacles. Yeah. Oh, and there's the death blow there. Quite unnecessary, he was gonna die anyway. But, whoa, is there extra stress? Oh, there is, but only on the flagellant. That's fine. No! The A-bomb! The A-bomb passes! Oh, the A-bomb passes! Oh, that's so rough. Oh, boy. Oh, he gets the bleed on the Crusader, though. That could change things. That could change things. Yeah, the flagellant only has redeems now. Can't believe the A-bomb passed there with the Irrational. Oh, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough here. What does Silac do? Damn, this is such a close one. That's so rough. Rough. A-bomb has better plans. He wants to pass. He's tired. I'm tired, boss. Okay, here comes a heal onto that occultist. Just praying that Sergi has some bad act outs here. Okay, there goes the Abomination turn. What's he gonna go for? He's gonna go for the stun. He only hits for 3 though, that's really not a lot. Isn't the flagellant dropping to this door here? I imagine he is. You might have to risk it for the biscuit. Oh, does he want to risk it for the biscuit? No, he's gonna go for the redeem. Oh, crit heal for 40. It's a shame it doesn't matter. It's a shame it doesn't matter. Well, pulling to Zealous is an idea, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure you want to do that. Perhaps round 40? No, Shepard, this is not going to round 40. This is going to be over sooner than you realize. Okay, here goes Weakening Curse. That's going to cause a heart attack, but after that heart attack, there could be an Absolution, and the Abomination will be very much alive here with heart attack recovery as well. Oh, hits himself at this door. Crit 26 though. Oh, that's so good. That's actually so good. That's really gonna help Sergi out here. It's gonna make a big difference. He pulls the with the occultist pretty much okay. Zealous, here comes the Zealous. It's hitting pretty hard. It's still hitting for 10. No rate of execution, but it still hits and hits pretty hard. Damn. I guess it's the Crown of Thorns that's doing that. Yeah, probably the Crown of Thorns. Goes for the punish, hits for 9. Is there a bleed? There is a bleed on the Crusader. Getting both the bleeds right there. Oh, but the next Zealous might be a kill. Is it enough stress with the Zealous? It might be. It might genuinely be enough stress here, the next Zealous. What Shep doesn't see in his team, A-bomb crit heal. Yeah. Bleed resist is a myth. It is, isn't it? Oh, he's gonna go for the Zealous. Does he do 9 damage? Even more importantly, does he do enough stress? No, it's not enough. It's definitely not enough. So the Flagellant is alive here. Even if there was an act out, he would be alive. Unless it's a Rapturous act out. He's dead to a Weakening Curse, that's for sure. He's thinking, does he want to stun the Occultist here? Instead of going for the Flagellant action, but Irrational could pass. A lot of nasty things could happen. He has minus healing skills. It's his final redeem here if he goes for it. Hits himself at this door. He goes for the punish instead. He's trying to kill the Crusader. Okay, I see Sergi's strategy. He wants to kill the Crusader, and if he kills the Crusader, he wins the match because then he can perma-stun the Occultist. That's what he's trying to do here. He might lose the Flagellant for it though. But I wonder if Silac actually wants to go for it. Or if he wants to maybe save the Crusader with a Stygian. No, he's gonna go for the Weakening Curse. He's gonna kill him. Oh, he kills him. He kills him. Yeah, he's gone. And there's a little bit of extra stress here on the Abomination. And now what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a stun, but now there's a potential Stygian Embrace, and it will be quite rough unless the corpse goes away, but no, it does not. The corpse does not go away. Does he want to Stygian Embrace immediately, or is he going to... What is he going to do? Yeah, he's going to Stygian Embrace here, but there will still be the bleed coming in. There's going to be a stun on the occultist now. Stygian and GG. I don't believe it. I do not believe in that. I feel like the stun from the Abomination should not be underestimated, and he also has heart attack recovery. 192. Oh, there's the rake now. There's the rake. Self-mark. Come on, it's the transform rake. You do it. Transform rake for the double death blow. You gotta do it. There's no other action. Yeah, there he goes. He's going for the transform rake. Oh, he misses one of them. You gotta be shitting me. He actually misses it. Oh, that's gonna make things difficult. Okay, there goes a pass first. And now the Crusader will go afflicted in next round, if it does come down to that because of the transformation. It's gonna be a rally to the flame here first. Yeah, this doesn't look too good. This doesn't look too good. Rally to the flame is OP. He's gonna de-transform, he's gonna go for the stun. Probably on the Crusader, right? Oh, doesn't do enough damage with it. Oh, you really had to get the kill there. I'm having a heart attack myself. No, Gambitson does not give you dodge. Yeah, that's Anchor 5. Yeah, Gambitson only gives you... Oh, here comes Weakening Curse. It shouldn't be enough stress. Oh, it is enough stress. No, it is enough stress. Ooh. Okay, he's not afflicted yet. He's gonna be afflicted next round. Oh no. No, no, no. Irrational. No! With the self-oof. Damn. GG's. Yeah, Gambitson is 8 max HP and 4% TBR. That's base game. Gonzo. Damn. The GG's right there. Wow. That is the end of the tournament. Silac is the winner now. Silac is the winner. He won in the first best of 5. It was very, very close, but he does take the W. God damn, can you believe it, man? Can you actually believe it? It would be nice to have Silac here so we can actually tell him, ask for his thoughts and whatnot. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's around though. Where is Silac? Where is Silac? Well, let me see if I can get him here. It would be nice to hear his thoughts. Oh, there he is. So, Silac, do you have any thoughts about those matches? Anything you want to share with us? Silac.
That was yeah, that was close. Whoa. At the last double death blow check at the end when he transformed and tried the double death blow and he missed it, I knew I've won and I jumped off of my chair. That was very, very close. 5 match very close.
It really was, wasn't it? It really was very close, wasn't it? What about you, Sergi? Anything you want to say as well?
I can say that I had pretty much a lot of fun. Yeah, I was pretty sad that one raid missed. I wanted at least to hit, like come on. It was so disappointing, but nevertheless, still very good matches.
Yeah, I totally agree. Those were very, very exciting. It's a shame because I thought I saw what you were doing there at the end. You wanted to go for the rake, you wanted to get the double death blow, or at least one of them, then perma-stun the final character, but the RNG wouldn't have it that way. So the RNG was quite good to you in that match with all the dodge that Silac had. That was an interesting one. What about the paw ban pick? Do you want to explain that one?
So I basically set up like a quite good scenario for my signature team. Usually Dutch is the main enemy of my signature team. So like the Arbalest, A-bomb, Flag, and Seder. So I thought like if I ban Poe, I will stand a better chance against whatever Silent brings.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially since Silent likes bringing all those dodge characters with the Houndmaster and all that. What about you, Silent? What were you cooking for 10 minutes or 15 minutes there for the final match? What were the two teams you were
I'm
undecided?
sorry about. Yeah. At first, I just wanted to bring the oppressive Vestal, but just without the stun of the Vestal and using the heal instead. But then I thought if you use a flag with stun resistance, I just can't win. So then I think that I could play the same team again with the dodgy team and just don't put the dodge on the Handmaster. But I think that versus any damage team, I would lose. So I kind of thought for a while of all the possible teams that was left and what would be the best team to have the best matchup versus everything that was left. And I review all the previous team, Serge play. I think there was a very little chance he played Dot. So I kind of come with this press team, which was good against damage and stress, and would be completely destroyed by Dot, and that's how I played the last team. But still, the last game was very close. I was more prepared to face damage than stress.
Yeah, that makes sense. It ended up making for quite the exciting match. I was surprised to see you just let go of the Flagellant there at the end, or like in the middle of the match. Did you think it's something that you actually did against me as well? You just sacrificed the character, trying to solidify the position with just the other 3 characters. Don't you think it would have been better to maybe use your final redeem, even if it only healed you for 6?
Yeah, I don't know about it. I thought like I would lose more turn by trying to heal him. Yes, I could have used it for 2, but I thought 6 heal was better, and kind of hope he would be unlucky on the death blow check.
Alright, that makes sense.
Against you, I also used the tactic, but it's just because you could stand my mana time at 80 or 70% chance, and if you guard and then you stun, you lose like 2 turns. So 2 turns by the other things, by those 3% chance that you are not stunned. For me, it's not worth it. So that's why I did it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay then, as a final thing for the tournament, I do want to thank all the sponsors. We have not mentioned them yet, but as it was in the Ko-Fi, we are of course going to thank the sponsors. So the sponsors is everyone that donated 5 years and above and made this tournament happen, so I have the names right here. So thank you very much, Keyjack. You were definitely in the streams, you definitely enjoyed the tournament, I imagine. So thank you very much. Wallheart, Awesome Pork, of course, we all love him. Shepherd also making the list. LMC the Sniper, not sure if I've seen him around. Long Sukao, which is from the Chinese community. W. Callan, the winner of the previous tournament. Xitian TM, which looks like a Chinese name, but I can't tell for sure. And then I cannot pronounce these 2 names, so I will instead just highlight them. The Box X, and I won't try. I don't know, I do not speak Mandarin, so that is going to be everything for today. Hope you all enjoyed today's tournament. Hope you all enjoyed the tournament overall. Congratulations, Silek, once again, because he is going to take the W at last. And I will see you on tomorrow's vid, or if you only watch the tournament for some reason, then I will see you on the next tournament, which is not about to come. It's still going to be a very long while. Everyone is having tournament blues now. Everyone wants to relax, but hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all had a fun time. And I will see you around. Cheers.